9-year-old boy who recently relocated from a rural community to an urban area is experiencing difficulty adjusting to his new school. He was referred to the school social worker after repeatedly withdrawing during class activities and expressing anxiety about peer interactions. His parents report that the transition happened 3 months ago, and he has been asking to return to his old home ever since. What should the social worker do first to support the child's adaptation process? A. Refer the child to a child psychologist for social anxiety testing. B. Explore the child's perceptions of the school environment and recent changes. C. Implement a social skills group to support peer connection. D. Schedule a meeting with the teacher and parents to discuss classroom behavior strategies. Answer B. Explore the child's perceptions of the school environment and recent changes. Understanding the child's internal perspective first helps tailor the most effective support. A. Assumes a disorder without assessment. C. May help later but is premature. D. Is administrative and doesn't center the child's voice. A first-generation, 21-year-old Latino male college student presents at the campus counseling center, reporting intense pressure to succeed. He states that his parents gave up everything for him to be here, and that failing would be disrespecting his family. These thoughts began after receiving his first failing grade 2 weeks ago. What is the best way for the social worker to conceptualize this client's distress? A. Through the lens of acculturative stress and bicultural identity conflict. B. As a cognitive distortion based on perfectionism. C. As generalized anxiety related to academic performance. D. As a symptom of adjustment disorder with depressed mood. Answer A. Through the lens of acculturative stress and bicultural identity conflict. Acculturative stress includes pressure from collectivist family expectations and identity conflict. B. Pathologizes without context. C. Misses the cultural dynamic. D. Describes symptoms but not the underlying sociocultural mechanism. A 76-year-old retired woman in an assisted living facility reports feeling useless and socially disconnected. She explains that before retirement, she worked as a school principal for over 30 years and led several civic organizations. These feelings have increased since moving to the facility 6 weeks ago. Which Erikson stage should the social worker explore with this client? A. Identity versus role confusion. B. Ego integrity versus despair. C. Generativity versus stagnation. D. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. Answer B. Ego integrity versus despair. Older adults reflect on life meaning. Despair arises when they feel no legacy or value. A. Applies to adolescence. C is midlife. D is early childhood.
Hey, let's take a break. I know you've been grinding for hours, which might actually be hurting your ability to retain information. Yeah, science says so. So here's a reminder. Step away for a minute. But wait, you know that I got tools designed to help you study smarter? I'm talking about my 150 question online practice exam so you can test yourself before the real thing, and my 150 social work practice question ebook, as well as my exclusive activity e-workbook that makes studying interactive instead of just reading notes. Because let's be real, just reading the material isn't enough. You need to know how to apply it. So while you're taking that much needed break, check them out. Your future licensed self will thank you. Links are in the description. Now go take that break.
A 14-year-old biracial adolescent is brought to therapy by her white mother after being suspended for attitude and defiance at school. The teen reports that her mostly white teachers don't get her and feel threatened when she expresses herself. These issues have emerged more frequently since starting high school 4 months ago. What should the social worker do first? A. Conduct a cultural formulation interview to explore the client's identity and lived experience. B. Help the client identify more adaptive communication styles in school settings. C. Refer the family for school-based mediation services. D. Explore parenting practices around authority and respect in the home. Answer A. Conduct a cultural formulation interview to explore the client's identity and lived experience. Understanding how culture, race, and school dynamics intersect is essential before recommending changes. B. Could be pathologizing if done too early. C. May be helpful later. D. Assumes the issue lies in the home. A 35-year-old client with a history of trauma reports difficulty forming close relationships. He states that growing up, he could never predict his father's moods and often felt responsible for keeping peace in the home. He started noticing similar patterns in his romantic relationships within the last 5 years. Which attachment style is most likely being expressed? A. Secure. B. Avoidant. C. Disorganized. D. Anxious, preoccupied. Answer D. Anxious, preoccupied. Anxious, preoccupied attachment stems from inconsistent caregiving and leads to clinginess, fear of abandonment. A does not reflect fear or inconsistency. B would involve emotional distancing. C includes more chaotic, contradictory behavior, often from abuse.
I hope you found this video super enlightening and a big boost for your understanding of the social work license exam questions. If you're craving more tools and support to ace that exam, don't miss out. Head over to our website at gilbertandbell.com right now. I've got everything you need, from in-depth study sessions to practice exams, all designed to help you cross the finish line and get your license. And hey, if you're on the go, just shoot a quick text with the word study to 347-68-37923. Hurry, these resources won't study themselves.